Nada, por dentro lo primero que hice fue llorar. Lloré, lloré, lloré.
A Gresham family being held in a Texas detention center, what their friends are hoping for and what local leaders are trying to do about it.
Plus, an update on a deadly shooting we first told you about yesterday, the moments that led up to the incident and the message left behind on bullets police say belong to the man killed.
Also ahead, a class action lawsuit is giving college students some of their tuition back, emphasis on some of what the University of Washington has to pay out. Good morning, and thank you for joining us live at 8 o'clock. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Hurchik. Happy Friday, everyone. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis standing by with a look at our weather and traffic for the day. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning. What a run it's been. Yesterday, good grief, Tillamook at 72 degrees. Second day in a row, we've had some 70s in Oregon. PDX made it to 59 yesterday, which was a record for the date, and that equaled what you folks did in the upper 50s in Salem as well. Good visibility this morning and chilly out there, 32 degrees in our state capital. Here's downtown Portland, just as sunny. 35 is the number now out at PDX. We do have 40s if you're in the wind zone out in East Multnomah County with proximity to the gorge. Our day moving forward, more of what we've been seeing. 51 degrees at noon. I've got us up to 57, 54 at 5 o'clock. If you're going to be out and about this evening, the dry weather continues, but there will be rain in the area right when you get up tomorrow morning. More on that ahead. Here is Chris McGinnis.
All right, Rod, thank you for that. We'll pick it back up on the west side, Highway 26 out near Murray Boulevard. We had a disabled vehicle there not too long ago. That's out of the way, but as always, there's a residual delay. This is the westbound commute from Cedar Hills out to Murray. So give yourself a couple of extra minutes around that. The inbound drive, of course, slow. You're probably facing a little bit of sun glare as well to get in from Bethany to Sylvan. 23 minutes right now gets you in from Hillsborough to downtown, and another check of the drive out of Clark County. This actually looks good this morning. Guys, we've been relatively free and clear of any freeway trouble. Back to you.
Chris, thank you. We start this morning with breaking news out of Northeast Portland. 2 people were shot inside a motel room on Northeast Sandy Boulevard. Portland police say 4 people were involved in the incident. 2 were found near the motel, while 2 other suspects were found 10 blocks away. The 2 injured in the shooting were taken to the hospital. Police are still investigating what happened, but they say they're not looking for any additional suspects. In developing this morning, we're learning more about a Gresham family detained by ICE while trying to take their 7-year-old daughter to the doctor.
Yeah, 3 weeks after being detained, they're now being held in a Texas detention center. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us now. So Thomas, what are the friends of this family telling us?
Yeah, friends tell us that the family, including that 7-year-old girl, is barely eating. They say they're sad and confused because they thought they were following the legal process to enter the United States. Federal agents picked up the Gresham family, Dariana Lices Gonzalez de Crespo, Yohendry de Jesus Crespo, and their 7-year-old daughter on January 16th outside Adventist Health in Southeast Portland. That's where they were taking their daughter, who was trying to see a doctor for a severe nosebleed. The family friend, Ana Lenadas Mendoza, says conditions at the Texas detention facility have been difficult. 2 measles cases have been reported there. She says the family is in poor health, especially the little girl, who can barely eat or sleep.
Por ejemplo, la niña está un poco débil porque no come. Fue lo que me dijo ella el domingo, la niña no come.
Mendoza says the Crespo Gonzalez family came to the U.S. from Venezuela seeking asylum from political violence. She says they believed they were here legally, pending a court date for their asylum claim. Though in a statement, the Department of Homeland Security says, quote, these parents illegally entered the U.S. with their daughter in 2024 through the disastrous CBP-1 app and were released into the country by the Biden administration. Any application for asylum does not preclude immigration enforcement. Still, Oregon Congresswoman Maxine Dexter says that the family does have an asylum case and an active court date. Dexter says she also tried to visit the family at that Texas detention facility yesterday, but was barred from entry. The Congresswoman says she'll try to see them once again today. Guys.
Thomas, thank you. Governor Tina Kotek and more than 30 Oregon mayors yesterday demanded an immediate pause on federal immigration enforcement actions in the state until all recent shootings by federal officers are fully investigated. In early January, 2 Venezuelan migrants were shot and injured by a Border Patrol agent in Southeast Portland. And during that same month in Minneapolis, federal agents shot and killed Renee Good and Alex Preddy. In a letter to DHS, Secretary Kristi Noem and Border Czar Tom Homan, Oregon leaders said, in part, the action of your officer of your officers are not making our communities safer. Whenever law enforcement uses lethal force, there must be a full, fair investigation and accountability at the highest legal standard. This letter follows Governor Kotek's January 30th executive order that creates a new council to track reports of immigration enforcement activities and find ways to improve the state's response and support those impacted. Meantime, a new Supreme Court ruling could have sweeping impacts on the court cases across the state.
The ruling means any case without a defense attorney could be dismissed within just a few months. The Oregon Supreme Court says trial courts must dismiss cases where there's no defense attorney available after 2 to 3 months of waiting. The ruling lists 60 days as the limit for misdemeanor cases and 90 days for felony cases. Judges ruled that waiting any longer for legal representation is a constitutional violation, undermining the fairness of the legal system. Prosecutors would still be allowed to refile the case at a later time. Attorney General Dan Rayfield shared a statement saying in part, quote, "The legislature stepped up with historic investments and Oregonians deserve solutions. Instead, too many are being left without legal representation, some sitting in jail, others stuck in limbo outside of custody, unable to move their cases forward. That is not acceptable for public safety."
And I heard pop, 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 pop.
Portland police say a man is dead after being shot by officers in a Pearl District apartment building. Investigators say that he had earlier left behind a loaded shotgun at a nearby Safeway containing shells that had written threats that mentioned President Trump. Authorities say the man had allegedly tried to shoot a security guard at the Safeway over the weekend, but the gun misfired. Police later traced him to his apartment near Northwest 14th and Raleigh yesterday morning. After evacuating the floor and deploying gas, officers say the man came into the hallway, pointed a gun, prompting 2 officers to open fire.
I was on the floor directly below. About a little after 5 a.m., I heard a very loud bang. I'm 9 stories up in the Pearl. You know, it's a good neighborhood. This kind of stuff usually never happens whatsoever.
Both officers are now on administrative leave, and police have not yet released the man's name.
The Burnside Bridge has opened back up after shutting down during rush hour yesterday. Multnomah County said that there was a mechanical issue after the bridge finished the lift. After a temporary fix, the bridge reopened to traffic around 7:30 last night, though at last check, river traffic remained closed as crews continued to work on repairs. After more than 6 decades, the owners of the Lloyd Center Mall confirm it will close for good. Developers say they want to remake the space into a neighborhood with rooms for shops, homes, and green spaces. Now, when it opened in 1960, the mall was one of the largest in the country and home to the first mall skating rink in the U.S. But with the advent of online shopping, the Lloyd Center eventually became largely vacant, losing its anchor tenants. But people we spoke with say the mall has become a special home to a variety of small independent businesses.
And what we've seen over the last few years is really just the mall becoming Portland-fied. Like, you look at Portland and we're not a big box city.
The mall's owners have not set an exact closure date, only saying that it will be by the end of the year.
Time now, 8:08, taking a look at Rod Hill as he tells us our forecast.
This is me.
That's it.
Thank you. You're looking. I appreciate that. Here's our future cast model. Just really driving home the fact that it will be a dry weekend. We're not talking about a shower threat. We're not talking about scattered precipitation, a mix of dry and wet. We're talking wet. This shows the first wave of coming in now as soon as 7 o'clock in the morning. Once the rain does develop tomorrow, there's some question as to when. It'll be widespread steady rain then for the most part the remainder of the day. We'll get a second shot of widespread steady rain coming into us on Sunday. So plan your weekend accordingly. Here's a look at the rising sun from the Wells Fargo camera. 35 is the number out of PDX. Temperatures are pretty similar this morning to 24 hours ago. There's the sun from the Chehalem tasting room, also down near freezing at 33. Notice the 40s out on the east side, 40 in Gresham. East winds have been bouncing to about 25 this morning out that direction. 29 now up in Scappoose. Hillsboro is also freezing. McMinnville freezing. And you folks hit 61 yesterday out there in Yamhill County. sunny, by the way. Here is our weather map. This is the finale of this mild, sunny, dry weather. The exception will be, again, low clouds from Pendleton into the Dalles, Hood River. And yesterday it was cloudy and only in the 40s in Redmond as well. This shows sun in 58 farther south in Bend, and 50s to about 60 at the coast and the valley again. So enjoy it. There's the weekend rain, 53 tomorrow, 50 on Sunday. Scattered showers going into the first part of the week. Snow levels are pretty high tomorrow, but there could be enough sticking snow at pass level coming in late Sunday into Monday morning to cover up the highways. So check conditions on that. And of course, we'll be here Monday morning to give you an update. Here's Chris.
All right, if you're about to hit the highway right now, bring your welder's mask. It is bright and sunny on the west side. Check this out. This is out near Bethany Boulevard, the inbound Highway 26 Sunset commute here, staring right at that rising sun here. So that's no doubt creating some sunshine slowdowns on that side of town. Right now you're tripping from Hillsborough about 21 minutes. Elsewhere, I'm going to go take a break. Not much going on out there. The freeway drive is actually in pretty good shape. Matthew, back to you.
Good news, Chris. All right, thank you. Well, Portland is lighting up for the Winter Light Festival, that is. We take you there live for a sneak peek at everything you can expect coming up later at 8:30.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Ahead of the Olympic opening ceremony and before the cauldron is lit, some of our local athletes are already entering competition.
Yeah, and other athletes at least got their very first look at their temporary homes. Our Corey Johnson in studio this morning with some of the Olympic Oregon athletes that will be competing.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew Chan. It's always good when we have local people competing. And so what we are going to start with for the qualifiers, big air snowboarding. Hood River's Sean Fitzsimons is making his second Olympic appearance. The broadcast crew described the 25-year-old style as a wrecking ball, but of course in the best way. Now, Fitzsimons needed a massive score on his final run, but unfortunately didn't clean that landing and so ended up placing 25th, the top 12 advance. So not quite enough for Fitzsimons, but only one American qualified for the finals. His Olympic dreams are not over yet. He's set to compete in slope style on February 16th. Now, Portland native Jackie Wiles is also hoping to leave her specific mark as a four-time Olympian. She will race for the gold in downhill skiing. That's set for Sunday. And Alessandro Barbiera from Portland also gave us a behind-the-scenes tour of where the athletes are staying.
Just made it to the U.S. Olympic room. We got our opening ceremonies, some ACG stuff. We got the bed, not cardboard. I know that Paris had some issues with that.
I always love a good behind-the-scenes look. It feels like we're there with them. Now, Barbiera is set to compete in the snowboarding halfpipe. Qualifiers for that start February 11th. And we're also going to be keeping a special eye out for freestyle skier Hunter Hess from Bend later in the games as well. Matthew?
All right, thank you very much, Corey. And you'll also want to keep an eye out today during the opening ceremony. Former Portland Winterhawk Nino Niederreiter will be the flag bearer for Team Switzerland. Niederreiter played 2 seasons in Portland and was drafted 5th overall by the New York Islanders in 2010. He's gone on to play more than 1,000 career games in the NHL.
And now to an unbelievable comeback by legendary ski racer Lindsey Vonn, in spite of a major crash and some injuries that she suffered competing last Friday.
I don't know how she's doing it, but Vonn was training earlier this morning. It got us thinking, how in the world can she possibly compete? Well, KGW's Tim Gordon talked to an expert at the University of Oregon about how it's possible.
The Olympic torch is ever closer to lighting the cauldron of the 2026 Winter Games. And American ski racing gold medalist Lindsey Vonn says her fire is still lit to compete. It's an amazing thing after what happened in Switzerland just days ago.
Last Friday in Crans-Montana in the last World Cup, I completely ruptured my ACL.
For most skiers, it would mean rest, surgery, and a lengthy recovery. But not for Vonn. The 41-year-old alpine ski racing veteran posted her workout on Thursday, showing what she's been doing instead, training to compete with a serious knee injury.
In the lab, what we do is we study performance and what limits performance.
Brad Watkins is a human physiologist and director of the Oregon Human Performance Research Lab at the University of Oregon, testing the limits of human capability. Lindsey Vonn is a case in point.
She's so strong. She has the muscles that are able to support her joints in a way that she, maybe she doesn't need is the tendons to be working perfectly.
Watkins says because of Vonn's current physical condition everywhere but her knee, she stands a better chance of racing now than she would several weeks from now when she loses muscle strength. That said,
I don't think it's realistic for her to be at the level that she's been throughout her very storied career. Good on her that she's going after it. I think it's going to be difficult for her to do.
Lindsey's personal drive is the primary thing.
Mike Hahn is also a human physiologist at the U of O, specializing in biomechanics, simply put, the study of physical movement. But in Vonn's case, he's thinking it may be mind over matter and the many advancements in ski racing technology.
I think 40 years ago, when she was only 1, I guess she couldn't have competed, but in the same situation, she, I think, still by personality would have been there.
It sure looks like Vonn will be there, going for gold again.
I always do my best to make our country proud, and I hope I can do that.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
And as the games continue, we will keep you updated on how many medals Team USA, Canada, and Italy, and all the other countries win. The count will be updated every single day right here on KGW Sunrise.
Wow, apparently we're betting heavily on the United States, Canada, Russia, and Italy. Those are the ones on the graphic.
Yeah. I mean, you could usually pick like 3 of the countries that are going to be in the top 5 every year.
All right. Well, I'm like, do we know something here?
We got the script.
Yeah.
What another nice day. And then it all changes for the weekend. Again, my main task this morning as I talk with you is to convince you that most of your weekend is going to be raining. It's not a chance of rain only. It's not scattered stuff. It's not a mix of dry and wet. For the most part, during the day, Saturday to be raining. And for the most part, during the day, Sunday, it's going to be a steady rain as well. Weather systems lined up offshore. Now, today we have the finale of what we've been seeing. Incredibly bright, mild, warm weather for this time of the year. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. Shows some cloudiness out east. Still overcast, I believe, today in that low cloud lockdown, I call it, from Pendleton back into the Dalles. Redmond had the same thing yesterday in Hood River. All areas saw highs only in the 40s. I would expect that again today. Futurecast shows there might be some clearing around the outer peripheries of that zone, but if you get it, good for you. I wouldn't count on it. Here are some clouds increasing at the coast later today, and then here is the first wave of rain tomorrow morning. There's a front that comes in tomorrow. There's a second one on Sunday. I've been saying, well, we could have rain in Portland as early as 9 or 10 in the morning, and I still think that's at least possible, although Futurecast is showing an earlier rain arrival at 7 a.m. right now. And then here comes after that just the steady rain through much of the day. Bit of a break with scattered precipitation Saturday evening and overnight, but there it is Sunday coming back into the region. we're talking about a pretty good, bit of rain, well over an inch to maybe an inch and a half or more at the beach. And this shows similar amounts actually up and down I-5 with an inch or more expected, and then pretty good widespread amounts of a half of an inch of rain in Central Oregon, even out parts of Eastern Oregon. Here's our Timberline Sky Camera. That's dirt. That's snow turning brown with dirt under it. They're saying they have a 34-inch base where they kind of keep it together. If you are going up there over the weekend, this will be either wet snow or rain at Timberline tomorrow. Snow level is going to be 6,000 or 6,500. By Sunday, the snow level will be lower, and Timberline will be getting sticking snow, and it could rack up some heavy snow, maybe 6, 7, 8 inches. And that snow level gets closer to the passes late Sunday going into Sunday night. There's a Providence Park camera. The sunshine is on for the day. 35 out of PDX, 38 up in Kelso. Good morning to you folks. It's above freezing in the gorge this morning. The Dalles is at 42. The coast, it was 72 in Tillamook yesterday. Good grief. Pacific City still could hit 63 today. Valley forecast numbers generally upper 50s to maybe a few spots at 60. Which was the case yesterday. Yesterday, McMinnville made it up to 61, I think it was. Portland, it was 59 yesterday, which was a record for the day. Today, 57. There's the weekend rainy weather. The scattered showers start next week. All right, we've been talking Olympics. Here he is from Penn State University, an all-star track athlete.
Not an Olympian.
Chris McGinnis.
All Big Ten, all conference, not an Olympian. All right, you mentioned the low cloud lockdown over on the east slopes of the Cascades. There is a freezing fog advisory, by the way, up and down Highway 97 and out through portions of the Columbia Basin. Let me show you this right now with some of our ODOT cameras because you can see the fog and the temperatures right at freezing. So this is some really slick stuff driving around on some of the rural highways east of the Cascades this morning. Be aware of that. West side, we've got sun glare staring into that bright sunshine for drivers coming in from the west side. So that's probably why we're up a little bit here in the drive time fun meter. 21 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough to downtown. China?
Thank you, Chris. A timeline newly released that shows the moments before Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, was taken from her home. What investigators are revealing.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW+. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW+. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, thousands of University of Washington students are now set to get settlement checks from a class action lawsuit over tuition during the pandemic. The lawsuit says the university abruptly shifted to online classes in 2020, but still charged full tuition and fees. The $4 million settlement covers about 56,000 students. They will each receive a whopping payout of about $40. As part of the agreement, the university denied any wrongdoing.
President Trump is looking to cut healthcare costs, has now launched Trump RX in an effort to slash prescription drug prices. The website is offering coupons for discounted prices on 43 brand name medications, but only if patients pay cash instead of using insurance. The platform's price cuts come through agreements that the White House struck with at least 16 drug makers to avoid tariffs.
People are going to save a lot of money and be healthy. We will pay equal to whatever the lowest price anywhere in the world.
In response, Senator Ron Wyden saying in part, Americans don't want to jump through yet another health care hoop on Trump's self-serving website. Patients deserve to leave the doctor's office, go to the pharmacy, and pay a low price for their medicine. No coupon needed.
Well, coming up on KGW News at sunrise, a local movie theater is getting national attention. This after putting up what some might call a provocative message about Melania Trump movie on its marquee. How that message then led to a fight with Amazon.
Festival. It is in full swing. We've got my owl here. We are working on our own lights here at the Winter Lights Festival. I'll tell you how you can get involved coming up next.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Good morning, I'm China Green. The Burnside Bridge has opened back up after shutting down during evening rush hour yesterday. Multnomah County said that there was a mechanical issue after the bridge finished a lift. After a temporary fix, the bridge reopened to traffic around 7:30 last night, though at last check, river traffic remained closed as crews continue to work on those repairs. Headed over to Rod Hill for a look at weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've seen some surfers more days than not on our seaside camera, but the tide must be out, and you see the water really flat coming in there this morning. Kind of a cool shot of blue up top and some shallow ground fog, it looks like, out over the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club, and a low out of PDX is 35. It's another morning where most of us are seeing sun. We have a mix of 30s and 40s. There are frosty spots to be had. You can see temperatures getting up to 51 at noon, a high today 57. The weekend is looking rainy. Rain arrives tomorrow morning. It's going to be raining more than not the rest of Saturday, much of Sunday. It all breaks into scattered showers into Monday. So enjoy the brightness and the warmth this afternoon for a very nice Friday.
Good morning. China opened its hospitality house to the public in Milan ahead of the Winter Olympics with a dancing robot taking center stage at the house. The humanoid robot was entertaining the first batch of visitors with its hip-hop dance moves and Taiji exercise. There are also artifacts and displays that showcase Chinese culture and its historical connections to sports and the Olympic spirit.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that he can dance. It can dance better than all three of you boys.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You see me. You see my moves.
I don't know.
She actually did see me dance. I don't even know that I would call it dancing at
That's called the Rodster.
At the Oregon Ballet this last weekend.
A lot of this.
A little,
A lot of
I could do like a little robot, like the.
Oh, there you
the
go,
robot.
yeah. Little robot. That was a fancy robot.
Why don't you rodster all the way over?
All right, man.
Dance over to that screen over there. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yep, all of it. We want to see all
that
of
was
it.
it, yeah. All right, Salem generally hasn't been very foggy. Right now you see that shallow fog, won't last very long. One of our cold spots, 32, is there are frosty spots to be had out there once again this morning. Really, today is pretty much exactly at all locations like it was yesterday. Portland out at the airport's been down into the mid-30s. Here's downtown where temperatures have been holding closer to 40. 35 is the number. Beautiful sunny day. Enjoy it. Might see some increasing clouds for partly sunny later today, but generally sunny, 51 at noon. I have us getting up to about 57 for a high. It'll be a nice evening for you as well, staying all dry. Here is the afternoon map. Now, McMinnville, good morning. 61 was your high yesterday, but most of the valley actually held in the upper 50s yesterday. We think that's probably the case again today. Could be a 60-degree number at the coast. Increasing clouds later today. Beautiful day in Bend. You get up into Redmond, Hood River, the Dalles, Pendleton, there's that low cloud lockdown where if the clouds hold all day, they may, you'll only be in the 40s again. This shows 55 degrees out in John Day. The big headline, today's it for the sunny, warm weather, and the weekend will be rainy. Both days. Rain comes in tomorrow morning, raining more than not Saturday, raining more than not Sunday. Breaks into scattered showers as we head into the first part of the week. And here is Chris McGinnis.
Rod, you mentioned the low cloud lockdown east of the Cascades. We do have a freezing fog advisory up and down Highway 97, 197, and in some of the higher terrain of the Columbia Basin as you get out of the gorge. Let me show you some of the ODOT cameras out here. It's quite foggy and the temperatures are right near freezing, and this is obviously going to provide a really slick surface on some of those rural highways. Again, that advisory until about 10 o'clock. West side of the Cascades, for the most part, we are sunny, and it is blinding sunshine, maybe a little sun glare, adding to that slowing coming in from the west side, but not bad. Drive times are really in good shape. 20 minutes right now, getting from Hillsboro to downtown. Matthew?
Chris, thank you. We start this morning with breaking news out of Northeast Portland. 2 people were shot inside a motel room on Northeast Sandy Boulevard. Portland police say 4 people were involved in the incident. 2 were found near the motel, while 2 other suspects were found 10 blocks away. The 2 injured in the shooting were taken to the hospital. Police are still investigating what happened, but they say they are not looking for any additional suspects. Meanwhile, in an update, Tillamook schools will reopen today after social media threats forced the schools to close down yesterday, and we've learned it was all a hoax. No one was in danger.
So investigators say that the threat was made by a pair of elementary students who made phone calls from block numbers. The kids told people not to go to school because something bad was going to happen. Again, that was a hoax, and school is back open today. Meantime, we're learning more about the timeline of what investigators are calling the abduction of the mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie. Authorities say 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday night at her Tucson, Arizona home. Authorities revealed that her doorbell camera disconnected at 1:47 Sunday morning. Then software detection detected someone on another camera at 2:12 a.m., though there's no video of that. And at 2:28 a.m., Nancy's pacemaker app disconnected from her phone. When she didn't show up to church Sunday, a church member alerted the family, who then went to her home and discovered that she was missing.
We operate from a position that until we know she's out there, she's alive, and we're going to continue thinking that way until we find her.
The FBI says it's arrested someone for making a fake ransom demand, but is taking a separate ransom note seriously. It's now offering a $50,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
An independent Lake Oswego theater says Amazon canceled its Melania screenings over a sarcastic marquee sign.
The theater representatives say higher-ups at Amazon objected to how its marquee marketed the documentary and ended the film's run early. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us from the newsroom with details on what happened here. Corey.
Yeah, Matthew, China, the theater posted on social media on Monday that it received a call saying higher-ups at Amazon were pulling its rights to show that film. Now, some members of the community say the marquee at Lake Theater and Cafe often includes quips. The theater was told that Sunday would be the final day the movie would be able to show. And so in a statement, the theater's owner said he does not view the theater's film programming as political and tries to choose films the community wants to see. He said Lake Oswego is diverse and serving the collective best serves the business. KGW spoke with those who live in the area, and there were mixed reactions to the news.
They said something about like know your enemy, come see the movie or something like that.
What he wrote was completely inappropriate.
There's a lot of controversy around the subject matter.
4-minute documentary was co-produced by Amazon MGM Studios and gives a behind-the-scenes look at 20 days of Melania Trump's life leading up to President Donald Trump's second inauguration on January 20th, 2025. China.
Our Corey Johnson reporting live from the newsroom. Thank you, Corey. Up to 3 people are without a home this morning after an apartment fire in southeast Portland. This happened before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon on Southeast 92nd Avenue. Portland Fire and Rescue said that the fire was located near the back of a large apartment complex. An apartment on the second floor had heavy fire damage on the balcony and inside the apartment. No one was injured. Investigators are trying to figure out what started that fire.
All right, it's 8:36 and time for a look at traffic with Chris McGinnis.
Well, I'll get there. You got a nice look at a green wall. let me hop in.
Where are you?
There we go.
There he is. Okay.
I was trying to actually get my bearings here. I wanted to take you over to the east side real quick and take you over to Sunnyside, or near Johnson Creek Boulevard anyway. I-205 northbound traffic running a little thick as you get up towards Foster, so plan an extra couple of minutes to get you from Clackamas to Interstate 84. There's the Banfield, by the way. That's wide open. Westbound I-84 looks good. The sunset, we should call it the sunrise. You're staring right at the rising sun right now, so no doubt some sun glare adding to some of that slowing, but not bad. 20 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough to downtown. China?
Thank you, Chris. Beginning tonight, downtown Portland will start to shine as Winter Lights Festival kicks off.
Artists will showcase their free exhibits at places like Pioneer Courthouse Square, Directors Park, and the World Trade Center, and that's where we find our Thomas Schultz, who's been showing us all kinds of fun stuff this morning. Thomas, what's up this time?
Yeah, look, guys, it's not just artists exhibiting some of their artwork. We've got our own right here in a arts and crafts situation here with PGE, who has been a presenting sponsor from the get-go. 11 years ago. You can see the owl here. We got some lights on the mic. A lot of fun stuff happening. We're joined by Taj now with PGE. What does it mean year after year to be a part of something, this festival where hundreds of thousands of people are coming out here?
This is really a celebration of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. The same kind of innovation and creativity that it takes to bring these light sculptures to life is the same kind of creativity and innovation we use to power homes across Oregon here. So it makes sense to be here, and now we've got a fun little maker space for kids to get in on the action and create their own light up wearable art.
Yeah, no better space to start to get some of those skills than right here, right down by the World Trade Center is where the PGE booth is located. We're joined by Whitney as well, who's been working on some of these pieces. Tell us a little bit more about what kids can be doing out here.
Great. Well, folks can be making their own circuit. They're actually going to test some of their STEM and STEAM knowledge, and they get to do a little bit of creativity. I know you got to draw your name on your badge, and we've got different designs, so they get to etch and draw their own little forest creature or just go with the Winter Light Festival theme. But again, they get to create their circuit and test their circuit knowledge, so they're getting some STEM and STEAM learning here at the same time. While folks are, and they get their piece of wearable art to take home, courtesy of PGE.
Wearable art that, of course, if you got a 3 to a 5-year-old, or if you're like me, I mean, you can't miss out on some bling like this, guys. So a lot of good options to come down here for the Winter Lights Festival, again, happening all week long, guys.
Yeah, don't age discriminate here, Thomas. We might like one of those too.
Thomas, thank you. The clock is winding down for a kickoff in California, and fans for both teams say that they are ready for Super Bowl Sunday. Everything leading up to the big game after the break.
Hey everybody, here at ShopTVDeals.com, we love to bring you products that we've tested and we know for a fact are really the best out there. Now you see these things in my ears right now. These are everywhere now these days, earbuds. But the static earbuds, they give you something a little bit different that really could make a big difference in your life. What's so great about these two things, it's an open ear concept. Take a close look there. You can see it's not all the way inside the ear canal. And there's two reasons why that's important. Number one, after long-term use, something being that far in your ear actually can do some damage. And number two, most importantly, because it's open ear, it allows you to hear the outside world better, which is really, really important as you're working out to keep you safe as you're kind of jamming along to your favorite music. What I also love about this product too is check out the case. It charges really, really fast. At a full charge, these earbuds will last you for days at a time. And let me let you in on a little secret. The whole time that I've been talking to you, I've actually had these earbuds going in my ear with real music from my phone. So don't tell anybody, but that's how good these things are. And we have a really great deal for you on these earbuds. You're gonna get 33% off and get these for $39.99. That is a really nice deal for a pair of not only effective and sleek looking, but safety-minded earbuds. Can't beat that. So scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen or check us out at ShopTVDeals.com.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
It's Super Bowl weekend and excitement is building. Fans of the Seahawks and Patriots have descended on the Bay Area for the big game.
Yeah, last night the best of the best celebrated the season with the star-studded NFL Honors Awards. NBC's Jennifer Bjorklund at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara this morning with the sight of Super Bowl 60.
The Budweiser Clydesdales clip-clopped over to the San Francisco Marina District Safeway to deliver the goods for the big game. In a city set up for days gone by, and now a tech capital where hardly any transport mode is considered odd, these guys turn heads wherever they go.
For Larry Fitzgerald.
As do these, the GOATs of the game. NFL Honors announcing the Hall of Fame class of 2026. And the MVP of the Year award. As the global media converges on the San Francisco Bay Area, it is an eyeful of a sideshow behind the scenes and a lot of anticipation for not just the game, but the halftime show too. Fans pouring in or snapping up souvenirs.
Oh, I got the Super Bowl mini helmet, the Pro Bowl games. It looks like the AFC red. A pin.
And some of the hottest items, these limited edition New Era hats and fashion-forward merch from Abercrombie & Fitch and Aviator Nation. This Patriots fan lives right here in the city and says he can spend a lot with all the money he saved by not having travel expenses.
It's like kind of so serendipitous that my team would be in my hometown, and obviously you don't have to worry about the hotel, everything. It's kind of like we can't afford not to go, so it's our first game ever, and we're super excited, so it'll be great.
Jennifer Bjorklund, NBC News, Santa Clara, California.
And Sunday, as the world tunes in to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl, broadcast history will be made 46 miles away in San Francisco. That's where NBC Sports will do the first live sports broadcast ever from Alcatraz Island. Broadcasters coach Tony Dungy.
Dungy, yep.
See, why did they give me the sports script? Rodney Harrison, I got that right. And then Jack Collinsworth will be live from Alcatraz's rec field, cell blocks, and the famous water tower. Don't know why.
Tony Dungy's like a legend.
in what,
Super
soccer?
Bowl winning head coach.
Okay.
Soccer. Oh my gosh. If you can't get enough of the Seahawks or Patriots, we know that there are a few Patriots fans out there. Don't forget to check out our Countdown to Kickoff special every night at 8 o'clock in the lead up. That is only here on our free TV streaming app, KGW+. And of course, you can watch the big game at 3:30 Sunday afternoon on KGW. Rod, come on. Did you hear that? Dungy?
No, man. Mr. Dungy! Hi! Mr. Dungy's in Portland. I have no idea why. I'm waving.
Sorry, sir.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't tell him what China called him.
Yeah, I won't do that. By the way, my producer was laughing at me in my ear because I used a curse word when I came up onto the weather deck because I hit the first step and I almost went flying. My point is a little bit of iciness up here. So there are frosty, icy spots around like there were yesterday. Like yesterday, this is going to turn into just a sunny, warming afternoon, already sunny, and some areas could be up to 60 degrees. This is the finale. Beautiful mornings. I look around from the weather deck up here, brought to you by Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. All right, let's get you out the door and into what's going to be a rainy weekend. Let's start with the rainy weekend. Futurecast now shows there could be some rain first thing into Portland at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think ultimately the start of when we see the rain is somewhat in question, but once it starts, it's going to be a steady rain more than not for the remainder of the day. There's actually two fronts. One comes in tomorrow, one comes in Sunday. So it makes sense that there would be a period of scattered precipitation, a bit of a break, if you will, Saturday evening overnight. But here's Sunday morning, and the moisture is right back, and that's going to be lifting up through us. So again, literally raining most of the weekend is what the forecast is. And just to kind of further drive that point home, look at these rain totals. These are 2-day totals, tomorrow and Sunday. The latest modeling says about the same amount, 1 inch to maybe 1.5 inches or more at the coast and the valley, and then about 1/2 inch of rain over in central Oregon, and similar amounts potentially out toward the Blue Mountains. Snow levels will be high tomorrow, up at about 6,000 or even 6,500 feet. This is Timberline Live this morning. So could be kind of wet up there tomorrow, but it will be snow at Timberline on Sunday as snow levels come down at least to 5,000 feet and maybe even closer to 4. I don't really look for any snow sticking at pass level until late Sunday, or maybe not until we go into Sunday night. But you'll want to check conditions for travel Sunday night into Monday morning. Could be snow over the pass highways. There is our beautiful sunrise, or not sunrise, but early morning blue sky from Schnuckwins Casino Resort in Lincoln City, and the similar look over downtown Portland, right where I am, just beautifully sunny. 35 is the number out at PDX. Salem has been down to freezing, now at 33. It is freezing in Bend, and a lot of you are freezing out across eastern areas of our state as well. All right, valley forecast numbers today will be warm winds as we get back up at least into the mid to upper 50s, and there could be a few spots get back up to 60. McMinnville was a spot that hit 61 yesterday. I've got Portland at 57. Enjoy. There's the rainy weekend. It all breaks into showers on Monday. It is birthday time. All right, our birthday celebration starts with a 1-year-old. Maverick is 1 today. Happy birthday to you. Kat, 7 years old. Happy birthday to you. Fun photo there. We've got Bella, who is 17 on this Friday. Hope you have a wonderful day with your friends and family. And our executive producer, who is wonderful. She's joined us in the last year. Mindy, this is her husband, Brad, who is 40 today. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hope you have a wonderful day. Terry is celebrating 62 years young. And we've got one more. Put it together for Rose. Rose, we're told, is a riveter, Rosie the Riveter, because that's what she did during World War II. Thank you for your service. Hope you have a wonderful day today, Rose. 99 years young. Great photo. Birthday's at KGW.com, and we will celebrate with you. Here's Chris.
Rose flexing. All right, let's get you out the door. We've got a pretty easy drive out there so far this morning over on the east side. I-205 northbound traffic running a little thick as you get north of Johnson Creek Boulevard. Again, this is not way out of the ordinary for this time of a Friday morning commute. Inbound Sunset, about 20 minutes or so to get you in from Hillsborough. Heads up if you're traveling to and from the South Washington coast today and tomorrow. WashDOT doing some road work on SR 4 between Stella and Cameron Creek. And so basically what they're going to do is shut one lane and one shoulder, and they're going to use a pilot car to alternate one single lane of traffic through the work zone through 1 o'clock today and tomorrow. So expect some delays there. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
In a wrap of our top stories this morning, Tillamook schools will reopen today after social media threats forced the schools to close down yesterday. Investigators say the threat was made by a pair of elementary students who made phone calls from blocked numbers telling kids not to go to school because something bad was going to happen. Again, that was a hoax. School is back open today. And earlier this week, a federal judge ruled that ICE can't arrest people in Oregon without a warrant unless they are likely to escape. Now the Department of Homeland Security is responding, calling the ruling a, quote, charade from an activist judge. They also added, quote, DHS conducts enforcement operations in line with U.S. Constitution. And after more than 6 decades, the owners of the Lloyd Center Mall confirms it will be closing for good. Developers laid out this master plan for the site. They want to redevelop the space into a new neighborhood with room for shops and homes and green spaces. The mall's owners have not set an exact closure date, only saying that it will be by the end of the year.
You think Lloyd Center will look like that first, or will have an interstate bridge first? That's an interesting question, actually. 57 degrees, plenty of sunshine today. And then we have the rain coming in tomorrow morning. It's going to be a rainy weekend both days. Stay indoors, watch the Olympics, and watch the Super Bowl.
Rod, as soon as you raise another $6 billion, we'll be good to go with that bridge. Your morning commute will not cost you that much in time either. Right now, we're a little slow coming in from the west side, 18 minutes from Brookwood Parkway to downtown.
And before we go, we want to take a look back at some of our favorite moments from the week.
Thank you.
We didn't get our good morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Good morning.
I was waiting for it. I was like, wait. I mean, to put it on record, Punxsutawney Phil is only about 35 to 39% accurate.
Oh, that's really good, by the way.
Well, how about
he's about on level with Rod over here.
All right, we have another stab to sunrise headed your way.
57 in New Orleans. Orlando is back up to I know you guys are busy and you can't get every top story in the show. But today is, I've been told by one of our producers, National Weather Person's Day.
My Grammy did that.
Yeah?
She had a glass of red wine from the box.
Franzia?
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously.
Now, she poured it out of the box into a glass? I just want to clarify.
Yes.
She picked up the box. No, she poured it into
She was a classy lady, Rod. My goodness.
It was a plate slap the bag or something.
My favorite pizza, I'm gonna get some emails from that. Domino's.
Your favorite? What?
Period. Like, truly.
Definitely the most controversial statement of the week.
Yes.
Truly. Like when my husband's out of town and I can have anything I want, Domino's, because it's kind of banned from our house.
Oh.
Like, during normal business hours.
That's a good man.
It's just so many other options out there.
Exception to the word favorite. I thought that was a bit odd.
Like
it's a
favorite.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Edible.
Yeah.
Barely.
Hey, can I say one thing real quick? Chris,
Yeah.
I hope you had a really nice, happy Weather Person's Day.
Same to you,
Thank you.
Mr. Weather Person over there. Yes.
What? Okay. A reminder, you can watch sunrise every day live here exclusively on KGW Plus starting at 7 o'clock. We have added another half hour of news at 12:30 and 5:30. We'll see you then.